Yeah, so we're gonna get into it, man. I'm gonna drop the credits for like the videos I got this information from. I'll put that in the chat. I'll put that in the description box. But as far as Mob Ties and J Prince Jr., man, they got some bodies on they allegedly surrounding they whole camp, bro. I'm talking about it start back in the day, like Seagram Miller to Bushwick Bill to Pimp C. I can't put that on. I can't really put that on Mob Ties, but I mean he was signed to them, so and his death always been suspicious. But as far as today, you got FBG Duck was about to sign a record deal with, or we'll never know if he actually finalized the deal, but he died um, like a month after announcing it. Then you got FBG Cash, same way. Duke the Jeweler, Takeoff. Like it's so much going on with them people, man. You just gotta start researching, man. And I'm gonna keep asking the same question. Like, are these people M's, bro? Are they free M's? Are they free M's, bro? Are they part of that secret society? You know them secret groups where you gotta meet in funeral homes just to, you know, if you know, you know. But yeah, man, it's a lot of shit going on with that camp, bro. I don't respect that at all. The check-in culture, all that bullshit. I don't respect none of that shit, bro. Extorting rappers and nah, I ain't checking in with shit. Fuck that, you ain't extorting shit. It's crazy though, bro. RP to all these people that met their demise when dealing with them fraud type people, you know.
What it is and what it ain't, I'm gonna let y'all know what I think. But first, you gotta hit that post notification bell button so you'll be in the loop every time I drop a new video. Today, we finna talk about a rapper that went by the name of Seagram. Now, we finna discuss how he got killed, man. Because everybody know in 1996 he got killed in a drive-by shooting, but nobody never know whoever did it. Because, he was from East Oakland. He was signed to J Prince over there at Rapalot. And, he was the next cat that was finna blow up out the O. And, he had did songs with the Ghetto Boys, Too Short, South Park, Psycho, you know what I mean? He did a whole bunch of music, man. But, it's an unsolved mystery of how he got killed, you know what I mean? Because everybody knew he was a local celebrity. I remember he was on Jenny Jones and stuff like that, and Bushwick told some crazy stories about him.
2 weeks ago, the Bay Area was greeted with a bit of sad news as one of its most talented hip-hop soldiers lost his life. Oakland rapper Seagram Miller was shot to death in a hail of bullets in the early hours of the morning. Seagram was best known in these parts for his classic song The Ville, which spoke about his notorious neighborhood East Oakland's 69 Ville housing projects. Seagram went on to make some noise on a national level when signed to Rapalot Records, and he dropped what is considered a classic Bay Area LP entitled Reality Check. Seagram had firmly established himself as an og not just within the Bay Area hip-hop scene but also on Oakland's vicious East Side streets. He broke the stereotypes on both levels. As a street og, Seagram was well-liked and well-respected. He also made no bones about his willingness to step up and be responsible father. He is known as one who took care of family despite having several offspring from different women. So strong was that commitment that on the Reality Check LP he flipped the script and did a heartfelt song called Birth. Seagram was one of those guys who on the surface seemed to be a well-spoken and nice guy who remembered your name and would exchange pleasantries with you. If there was an evil flip side to him, I never saw it in my personal encounters. As an artist, Seagram broke the mold attached to gangsta street rappers. Seagram definitely had material that chronicled his life on the streets. But at the same time, he was considered one of the best freestylers around. There had been more than a few shows and more than a few radio interviews where Seagram had come and firmly wrecked shop. The one incident that stood out most for many involved within the Bay Area hip-hop scene occurred when him and Houston rapper Mike G bum rushed a show at SF's DNA Lounge. They weren't scheduled to appear, but Seagram showed up with a dat in hand and made it clear that he wanted to do a 5-minute set. His request was granted as he and Mike hit the stage to do what wound up being the best performance of the night. The circumstances surrounding Seagram's death aren't too clear. Apparently Seagram was in an area known as the Twomps. There is currently a movie being made about the Twomps. There were rumors circulating that there were some folks who have long wanted to see him wasted. That wish unfortunately came true when an unknown gunman emerged from the darkness and shot at Seagram's partner Gangsta P. Seagram tried to shield P and wound up taking the bullets that mortally wounded him. Gangsta P was taken to the hospital in serious condition. The funeral for Seagram was held last late week and literally hundreds showed up to pay their respects. Seagram's death became yet another chapter in what is becoming an unfortunate Bay Area legacy. There have been one too many rappers who have been jailed, shot or killed over the past few years. Some of the few tragedies befalling Bay Area artists this year include Mac Mall's DJ C of Vallejo was shot to death. Mr. C of SF's RBL posse was shot and killed New Year's Eve. Vallejo's young late had his baby kidnapped and his girlfriend burned to death. The Bay is still missing. Rappin' Forte was jailed earlier this year for parole violations. Pooh Man was sentenced to serve 36 months at San Quentin late last year. It's been hard for many of the Bay Area's artists to escape their past lives out on the streets. Hopefully things will substantially improve.
Heard that a hitman came through and hit him up and killed him, you know what I mean? But a lot of different rumors out there of how Seagram got killed and who did it. But, you know, I heard it was a nigga right on the side of him, you know what I mean? It had some shit to do with some music business shit, and so much money was coming in and out, and they just killed him, you know what I mean? But who knows? Everything I'm saying is allegedly. I know his son out there making music. He was trying to reach out to Jay Prince and get signed, but I don't know what ever happened with that situation, you know what I mean? But Seagram was a legend. Yup Mouth from his hood, you know what I mean? Gangsta Nip was his homeboy. Everybody fucked with Seagram, man. He died in 96. It's almost been damn near 25, 30 years, man, since he been gone, man. But R.I.P. that boy Seagram, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that boy in the comments, because why this case ain't ever been solved, you know what I mean? All that new DNA and technology, man. They should have been found a way to solve this homicide. Peace. I'm out.
What up, though? This your boy DOC, and I got a very special guest on the line. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and where you from.
It's Octavius Miller, West Coast Hip Hop Awards CEO, Oakland, California.
Word.
Well, Sig put out 3 records on Rapalot. You know what I'm saying? And, he was a star, man. Everybody loves Sig, man. And, he got like 6 kids, and his oldest son, my nephew, Mac Real, he the one he carrying the torch right now. He the one that's, getting out there, making music, doing what he need to do to make it happen, man. I ain't got nothing but love and respect for my nephew, you know what I'm saying? And we just pushing the line, man, And, hopefully Rapalot get behind him. If not, we still going to push him on Seagram Records, and we just going to keep that thing going, man, because Sig has some good music. His son's rapping. He got a couple other sons. One is producing. The other one's doing his thing. But, but we gonna keep that Miller name alive, man. We're going to keep Sig alive forever.
We killed you.
Legend says that when our chiefs die, their spirits come back.
Dad's gone. And he ain't coming back. But guess what? You get to take his place. Become great. You gotta become big as him, even bigger. You know, he left a legacy, and I want you to do the same thing. Don't never let nobody take you, say you're not a Miller. Don't never let nobody say you're not the son of C. Ever. You hear me?
Jay Prince, can you understand? I've been going through complications as a man. These niggas killed my father and came back to the land 20 years later.
Can I see Seagram again? I brought my toys to play with you, Seagram. Rapalot record. Where's my Uncle Rico? Jay Prince. Where is my dad?
Get to see you again. I'm talking to Seagram. 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 Tell me, my old friend.
Nigga got tears in his
Will
eyes
I
right
ever
now.
get to see you again?
Octavius, you hear me?
See, he was like family, man, because when he came from here to go to Houston, that nigga stayed in my house. You know what I'm saying? That nigga carried my motherfucking business.
Outside of Rapalot and in Rapalot would tell you that the song Bring It On showed the unity on Rapalot label, and every time they saw that show where every artist on the label was finally on a show with Ghetto Boys, your dad came up with the title Bring It On, and he started off the song. Thank you, I didn't know that. He showed unity in Rapalot. Nobody ever saw it before. History. There you go, and that's the one thing that stands out to me about him too, because no matter who was on Rapalot, we never had a song with them on the Ghetto Boy album. And because of his idea, every artist, including Tulo, was on that. Fifth Ward Boys, Devin the Dude, everybody, Face Mob was on that.
This is the original map of where my father was buried from '96. The paper. Cost the, you see the price. See the price for the tombstone. It was never paid though. The lady's about to tell you. She's about to tell you right now. It was never paid for. Okay.
So here's my card, and so we have a community email.
Okay.
So you can just, if you email something,
Well,
put it to my
can we
attention.
staple your card to the paperwork that you're gonna give me? So when I go to Rapalot, I can show Uncle Jay Prince that that it's all legit paperwork. I don't want anybody second guessing any paperwork from the cemetery. I want to have everything in order. I have a big meeting with him, and I want to be able to show him that my dad never got a tombstone. Nobody ever paid for one.
Right. Because I know kind of earlier, you know, we briefly spoke on, so it's been some type of communication between, you know, your nephew and Rapalot, or like how?
Yeah, I mean, he hit them up, and they've been talking, and you know, so I don't know what the situation's gonna entail, but you know, one thing that I do know is that you know that's my nephew. You know what I'm saying? He always been putting in work. He's all, you know, I basically raised him, man. You know, so you know he doing his thing, man. Whether Rapalot or not, you know what I'm saying? He's Seagram Records forever. You know what I mean? So I hope everything work out for him. You know, I hope Lil J work with him, and you know, but if not, we gonna keep it pushing and make things happen on our own.
So here's this for you, and then I'm putting
Well,
this.
what's this paper? Tell me what you got.
This is the one that says they did not pay for.
Oh, this is one that says they
Monument.
never paid for a tombstone? How does it say that?
Memorial. Nothing.
Nothing. Okay, I want to highlight that part because I don't want to forget. And then what was this?
Memorial.
Nothing. So memorial has nothing. I'm trying to show in black and white, document that no one ever bought him a tombstone. I grew up. I came here. I realized my dad didn't have one. I just want to show him that.
So I can draw up a document that says that. It won't take me too long.
Okay.
Are you okay if I go grab our president? Because of you?
What's up, Doc Hicks? As you can see, I'm at the cemetery visiting my dad, who assigned to Rapalot Records and put in a lot of work for Rapalot Records. Jay Prince Sr., personally told me he was gonna make sure my father had a tombstone. when he found out my father didn't have a tombstone. I bought a tombstone for my father. I was 9 when my father died, and I grew up. I never came to visit my dad, but one time, and the first time I came here, I realized he didn't have a tombstone. So I paid for that, Mr. Doc Hicks. And I'm not saying that to televise that for some handout or anything. I'm just a man of my word. I said I was gonna do something to my grandmother. I told my grandmother I was gonna buy him a tombstone that day. I did that. I even put Rapalot's name on the tombstone. I did that. Everything I say I'm gonna do. My credibility is really good inside my family. And right now, this is not about fans, views, it's about respect. A lot of people say they are the most respected and the most connected with respect, and my family feels disrespected on a high level. And so to engage into a respectful action, I think that Mr. Prince should give me a job. Let me make my own money. I don't care what you owe my dad if you owe my dad. Let me get a job, either boxing, rapping, producing, graphic designing. Let Rapalot Seagram be real, because he died on Rapalot and never got a penny from Rapalot. Nobody in my family ever got a penny from Rapalot. Not even me, not even him. My family paid for his funeral. I paid for the tombstone. Give me, punch my hands. Ball your fist. Come on. Same time. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. No, you gotta punch it. Ball your fist, punch like that. Come on.
The Seagram movie is a love project.
Okay.
Not a work project. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So if I finish it this year, cool. But I'm just not gonna throw it out there. I want it to be done right. Primarily because it's my brother, but at the same time, it's still, you know, it's a nostalgic thing for me, and it's something that I wanted to do a long time ago. Yeah. And you know, I missed out on a lot of people.
Bushwick bill blasts label over life insurance policy. Rapalot Records allegedly made itself his beneficiary. Industry sources say practice is rare, but not unusual. By Archive Randy Rice. Legally embroiled gangsta rapper Bushwick Bill may have earned a small victory when a criminal case accusing him of involvement in an altercation in a Houston nightclub was dismissed, but, for him at least, it seems the war had just begun. A statement released by the rapper and his attorney, Ron Wilson, indicates he was angrier than ever at his former label, Rapalot Records, and the terms of his contract with them, and it makes it clear he had no intention of letting the matter die. Bushwick Bill, born Richard Shaw, alleged the label demands all artists on their roster allow the record company to take out life insurance policies on them, with Rapalot as the beneficiary. I think it is unconscionable to have this type of clause in an artist's contract, Wilson said in the statement. I think it often makes the artists worth more to a record label, dead than alive. Representatives for Rapalot had no comment on Bushwick Bill's lawsuit or his press release. Representatives for Noah Tribe and Virgin did not return calls for comment. Bushwick Bill, 32, was embroiled in a legal battle with Rapalot Records, Noah Tribe Records and Virgin Records over his efforts to extricate himself from a contract he signed with them as a member of gangsta rappers Ghetto Boys and as a solo artist. In the suit, he alleged he is owed back royalties, that his contract was never legal because it didn't have an end date, and that employees of Rapalot assaulted him at a Houston, Texas, comedy club after he notified the label he wished to be released from his contract. The rapper is seeking $20 million in damages. The alleged Houston altercation was the basis of the dismissed criminal suit brought against the rapper. Bushwick Bill released No Surrender, No Retreat, the first album on his Little Ghetto Boys Dollar and Cents Entertainment label. It features raps from Bushwick Bill and a number of artists on the label on such songs as 5 Element Combat and In My Hood. Virgin/Noah Tribe/Rapalot pursued a suit alleged Bushwick Bill is still under contract with them, though Los Angeles Superior Court has twice denied a petition to have an injunction placed against No Surrender, No Retreat. According to music industry attorneys, Wilson's allegation that an artist may be worth more to a label dead than alive is precisely why some labels insist on taking out life insurance policies on their artists. It certainly is rare, but it isn't unheard of, said Gregory Victoroff, a music industry attorney and chairman of the Beverly Hills, California, Bar Association's Committee for the Art, an organization which released the Musician's Business and Legal Guide. The clause often is inserted in contracts where the artist may live the lifestyle or participate in recreational practices that are dangerous, Victoroff said. The label has a tremendous investment in the artist, he explained, and certain artists are subject to this kind of clause because of their risky extracurricular activity. As heartless as it sounds, it is just good business sense. Bushwick Bill first made his mark in the national hip-hop scene in 1988 as a member of gangster rappers The Ghetto Boys, an ensemble that also included Scarface, born Brad Jordan, and Willie D., born Willie Dennis. The Ghetto Boys' raw, violent lyrics pushed the envelope of gangsta rap and earned the group notoriety when Geffen Records refused to distribute the group's self-titled 1990 release. In 1991, Bushwick Bill lost an eye after he convinced his girlfriend to shoot him while he was threatening to harm the couple's child. Later that year, the Ghetto Boys hit number 24 on the Billboard 200 albums chart with We Can't Be Stopped. The album featured a graphic cover photo of Bushwick Bill's injuries and spawned the hit single My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me. In the statement, Bushwick Bill alleged that the infamous cover photo of that record was taken without his permission. When I was drugged up in preparation for my 5-hour surgery to be done the next day, one of the label executives pulled the patch off my eye and shot a picture, he said. I never saw the photo, or the result of it, until it was released and on store shelves. Because they owned my likeness, they could do stuff like that. I had never agreed to it and they had never even asked my permission, Bushwick Bill said. Also during that time, according to Bushwick Bill, representatives of the label were constantly by his bedside. Every time I woke up, I would see them standing there next to my bed. I felt the only reason they were there was to watch out for their investment, not for me as a person. Stan Sucher, a music industry attorney and author of They Fought the Law, Rock Music Goes to Court, concurred with Victoroff's assessment that when labels take out a life insurance policy on an artist, it is because they are worried that they won't be able to make back the money they invested in the artist's development. Sometimes with a recording company, they may be interested in guaranteeing they have a healthy artist, he said. I'm not taking either side here, but from the record company's point of view, they're probably saying, we're investing a lot of money in this artist, but what if we are unable to recoup it? Well, here's a way to do it. It's unusual, Sucher continued, but it happens.
And fans not to buy into them vicious attacks. He has a record deal with Sony Records and was just about to finalize a contract with Rapalot Records. 6 days before he was shot down in this area where I stand right now. I do not know why.
It's all right, take it. And Ashland, again, a police investigation underway, so we will continue to keep tabs on this, give you more information. So again, in the Auburn Gresham neighborhood, 81st close, Marshfield to Ashland. Police.
Houston showed the biggest love, man.
Okay.
Like nigga, like mob ties type shit forever, and we ain't doing no.
Is the connection with them or something?
Who? Rapalot?
We rap a lot of shit.
That's like it's blood on this shit, for that's like fat. That's like it's blood on this shit, for that's like fat. Family ties, for like no cap, for like fucking like before we even went public and did anything, it was already a mutual understanding agreement as far as gangsters and fucking like business. Man, adults and shit, fallen soldiers, folk. Like I'm still here, folk. Like you gotta move strategically and militantly, folk. Like and then like nigga down, like fuck. If I pass tonight, folk, like niggas gonna be rolling cash pack up, so I can't dwell on the niggas that lost their life, folk. Like.
sliding through the town, man. Sliding through the town.
How we get down?
Got the birthday boy with me.
Yeah, also.
Yeah, we on the 5th. Yeah, the 5th ward. Like this motherfucker now. I got one for you now. I got a 6-1 coming home.
All that shit, don't ask me what that is.
Maddie, come inside, Maddie.
Bring on.